Hi, welcome to the new and refreshed Compassion Refuel podcast. And I am your host, Dr. Phyllis Hayes Reams. Do you feel like you just don't have any time to refresh or refuel? You're always running on empty. You feel depleted. If that sounds like you, I got you. I understand. I've been there. In today's episode, I want to share with you what I learned and how you can refuel you and your car when you're at the gas station. So if you're ready, pull off those uncomfortable shoes. Get out of those scrubs, put your feet up, and let's dive in. So, recently, I had one of those weeks where I was just tired. It was just really a trying week, new admissions, a lot of high emotion, high anxiety, um, crisis mode, really, in multiple houses. So by the end of the week, I was feeling drained. And I was on my way home and I looked at my fuel tank. I'm one of those people, okay, I'll admit it. I have a habit of putting off going to the gas station. And I'll say I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it. And then the next day, I'm running out to home visits and I'm like, OMG. I'm running behind to get to this home visit and I'm almost at E. Have you had those times where you're just praying as you're driving on fumes, just praying, say, Lord, if you'll just get me to this next place, this next stop? That used to happen to me a lot when I was racing from work to go pick up the kids. I'm like, Lord, if you can just help me, as the car is saying, you need to get gas. It's on low. It's on low. And anyway, I've since learned that it's better to go ahead and get that car filled. So, on this day, back to this day where I was feeling really depleted, and I looked down and my car was running low. And I knew I had things to do the next day. I said, you know what? I'm going to go on to the gas station. I just need to take a breather before I get home because I knew that my brain was running, all the circuits were firing, and I just wasn't quite mentally ready to go home and get into that role, right? Taking off one hat, try to take off one hat and put on another, and to be available and not edgy or angry or not really listening to my family once I got home, my husband or my kids. So I'm said I'm going to the gas station. So I pulled in and I really made a concerted effort. I decided I'm not going to worry about anything else for the next 10 minutes that it takes to fill my car. And I stretched it because I even decided to pay for the gas at the gas station for a car wash. Because I was like, we'll have to talk another time. I'll tell you about my need to detail the inside of the car. But I decided that I would go ahead and pay for a car wash because my car needed it. on the outside. And very intentionally, I just decided to block everything else, the day, what was coming up when I get home, and just to focus on letting my brain settle down, spending a little time with God, thinking about all the positive things, and just resting my brain. Didn't try to solve any major problems or create world peace while I was there at the gas station. Maybe took some time to look around at people. I'm a people watcher, but I just decided to let my brain relax. Filled up my car, got in line for the car wash, went through the car wash. And I'm going to tell y'all, by the time I got through the car wash, I was ready. I was able to let go of all that high emotion and just settle in, just to settle in. And I felt refueled and refreshed just in allowing myself to turn the switch off in my brain for just a couple of moments. So I want to share with you today one of my favorite scripture verses is Psalm 46:10. Be still and know that I am God. And I want to encourage you that it doesn't take a lot to be still and allow God to refuel and refresh you. Sometimes we make refueling this big production of material things, like I have to go to the spa. It's nothing wrong with that. Or I have to go shopping. It's nothing wrong with that. Or I have to go do this, or it has to be perfect. And we don't do it. We keep putting it off, waiting for this big production. And I'm encouraging you today is to find refuel space in the small things in life, the small moments in life. One of the things they commonly talk about is a way to refresh your eyes when you're feeling eye strain, because most of us are on the computer quite a bit, is to look away from the screen and find a point in the sky, to look outside up at the sky. And by doing that, it allows those eye muscles to relax and rest. So I'm going to ask you today to give yourself permission, 5-10 minutes, to let your brain look up and relax. Think about it next time you're at the gas station. How can you use that trip to refresh and to refuel, to help yourself turn the switch off from work to prepare for where you're going next? It also works in between those home visits. When you are in one home visit, you poured everything into one household and you're preparing to go to the other. Now, I understand often you have phone calls coming in. I know phone calls coming in. You're being pinged as you're driving to the next visits. But I am asking you to do what you need to do to refuel yourself. Sometimes you just need to put that to the side, your phone, put it down in that 5-minute drive, that 10-minute drive, or more to the next visit. And refuel your brain so you're ready for the next. You can switch off from one home and then turn the switch on for the next one just by allowing yourself to have that time to refuel in between. I have you in my heart. I'm thinking about you. Thank you for all the work you do every day for your patients, your families, and your patients' families. I thank you. So I hope you've gained some insights on how to use your next trip to the gas station to refuel not only your car, but you. And I look forward to seeing you again in the Compassion Refuel podcast. I pray you will do me the great favor by leaving a 5-star review, follow me, tag me, like me on whatever platform you're listening to. I greatly appreciate your support. We want to bring attention to the great work that you do every day. I love you and appreciate you. Until next time, see you soon. Heart refuel. Take care.